Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at 2 p.m. I hope you're staying warm. It's chilly. Daryl, all of us were just talking about some snow flurries possibly by the strip. I have not stepped outside, though.
It's a cold winter day for us here, all right? 35 when you wake up, and then it's only 46 around noon. Brr.
It's so chilly. We'll get to that soon, but let's talk about our first top story that we've been following all morning. So this is out in Henderson. Henderson police shooting involving police officers. So this is near Valley Verde and Windmill. This happened in the morning, a little after 7 in the morning. We have a reporter out there as well who's been following this story up. A situation involving a domestic situation, Kirsten.
Yeah, we're going to check in with Jessamine Woke, who filed this report, and she'll, of course, have the latest tonight on 8 News Now at 4.
Henderson police say they responded to a case of domestic violence. The scene is still active. There's still a police presence. I want you to take a look. What we know so far is that police say they did get a call from a woman claiming she was being held against her will by her ex-boyfriend. When police arrived, they say the man was chasing behind her with a knife, and they shot him, and he died. Now, we do know that that woman involved is okay, and there were no children there. We don't know identities yet, but we do know there is a history of prior calls at the residence. Now, I did speak with residents in this neighborhood, and we'll hear from them later today at 4, 5, and 6 in our newscast. Reporting from Henderson, Jessamine Wolk, 8 News Now.
And this does mark the second Henderson Police Department's officer-involved shooting so far this year. All right, our next story's a bit crazy. We've got a woman who walks into the airport, brings her cute little golden doodle, finds out she doesn't have the correct paperwork to bring it on the plane with her, and then ties it up and leaves it to go board the plane. Obviously, she's been arrested. She's facing a slew of charges. But this video was released just the other day of 26-year-old Jermarin Bryson. Her face and the others of the clerks there, the ticket counter, are blurred out. Again, she didn't have the correct paperwork to register that dog for the flight. Police say she then proceeds to tie the dog to a metal baggage sizer, leaves it to board the plane. Now, when police go up and approach her, they say she was acting hostile. She did not follow their commands. She's since been arrested. She's facing dozens of charges, including resisting police attempts to arrest her, animal abandonment, providing false statements. The dog is now called Jet Blue because all the employees there rushed in to assist. And of course, it is being watched for by the Retriever Rescue of Las Vegas. They take in different breeds, not just retrievers. But there's little Jet Blue with a foster ready to be adopted. And you know that there have got to be thousands of people who have reached out already yesterday. So really don't bother, because I'm sure it's already spoken for, and there's a long list of people who want to get that cute little dog, Ozzy.
Oh, I know. I was looking, I think hundreds now of applications at this rescue.
Mm-hmm.
So adorable. Beautiful dog.
Yes.
Beautiful dog. Well, apparently now I became your service animal rules specialist.
Yes.
So I'm going to let you know. So.
Yeah. So what does it take to get a dog registered as a service animal?
Long list, Kirsten. I was looking at it. First off, your pet has to be well behaved. The dog also has to fit, under your seat when you're flying or on your lap. So when it comes to service animal, and which was also interesting, emotional support animals, are not considered a service animal for flights, which I thought was pretty interesting, because I know a lot of people have anxiety when they fly as well, so that's also tough. Handlers also have to submit a DOT, I believe hopefully I'm saying that correctly, a service animal air transportation from regarding health and training. So the dog has to be obviously trained, in good shape, healthy. That has to be able to walk through the TSA screens, just very well-behaved dog. So there's a long list. All U.S. airports, including Reed International, actually provide designated animal relief areas too when you do take your animal service dog with you. So you could take a look on our website. There's more information there. You could just look it up online yourself. But Daryl mentioned to me, he's like, please don't do it when you're at the airport, because it's a little too late by the time you get there.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. All right, we were talking about
Man,
how cold, right? So the winter storm hits Las Vegas Valley. We have definitely been feeling it. It's cloudy. I peeped outside real quick. It was just so cloudy, windy, snow up in the mountains, just beautiful too as well, Kirsten.
It is gorgeous out there. But how long will this last until we're back in the 70s? We've got Sherry.
Well, winter has returned to southern Nevada. Oh, man, was it cold with clear skies overnight. But, boy, things were changing through the afternoon for sure. Look at these morning lows with those clear skies and light winds. We were down in the 30s valley-wide and even at freezing or below Centennial Hills, South Valley neighborhoods. Teens up at Kyle and Lee Canyons this morning with 20s for Indian Springs and Red Rock. Woo, cold. Winds are going to pick up again throughout the afternoon and downright windy. With highs really way below normal, near 50 degrees for today, and mornings again in the 30s. So rain and snow all coming back with winter storm warnings, wind advisories, all of that for us again. Winter storm warnings took effect before right around noon or before noon, 10 a.m. a start for our Spring Mountains winter weather advisories for the Sheep Mountains to the north. We could see another 10 plus inches of snow. It's going to be heavy snow and strong winds through the mountains, and wind advisories for central Clark County up to Moapa County, as well as northwest Arizona. That includes Kingman, and we're looking at southeast California. Those winds start through the morning hours, and those winds, the downslope winds, could be 50 plus miles an hour. It's going to be strong tonight, especially in the evening hours. So valley showers developing, more mountain snow. It's going to be some winter traveling conditions up in the mountains. Be careful up there. And then we see this system move out by tonight. Sunshine, some clouds Friday, but the warmer 60s come back on Sunday. Even milder spring-like 70s arrive next week. It's kind of been nice to have a little taste of winter again this week.
Can you believe 76? Did you see 76?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let's just wait and see. I don't want to rush it either, because if we rush the heat, then we know we're already doomed for summertime, and I know plenty of people love it, but
let's just embrace what we have right now.
yes,
take it all in.
Agreed.
All right, let's take it to Mount Charleston. Oh, first, let's go to question of the day. Daryl, our question, please.
Yes, we'll talk about this story a little more later on, and we have a fresh slate for you all to vote in because we updated the options. But what do you listen to while working out? There's a couple of fitness-related events happening this weekend, so if you're running, are you a podcast person, music, TV person, or maybe an audiobook? Let us know. Scan the QR code or go to 8newsnow.com/vote. And we'll check in on those later.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We love to hear from you all. We got podcast. Just want to point that out. Kirsten, okay? All right,
maybe you're working out right now.
Right now when they're watching us. All right, let's take it up to Mount Charleston. Snow. That's what we have to say. Our Nick Summer went up there yesterday. We had a report during our 4 p.m. newscast. Look at the snow angels, a snowball fight too. Snowmageddon in full swing up there, as you can see, and it's gorgeous. I want to go over some of the events happening up there, and then Kirsten will talk about, some of the how to be safe when you go up there as well. So I need to read this to you because there's a lot going on. I'm only going to give you 3, okay? So snowshoe camp happening. This is a guided overnight adventure with a chili cook-off that's scheduled for Friday, tomorrow, right in time. Put that in your calendar if you want to go up there. Then we have the High Roller Rail Jam. This is an all-ages competition, actually, with live music. So that's set for February 28th. So if you can't go this weekend, then you have the following weekend on Saturday to attend this. Again, all ages there. And I'm giving you one more. Mountain etiquette. That's not an event. That's part of what I wrote in here for my notes. So there's another event, too, that was for kids under the age of 12 years old. I told you about this during our new newscast. Daryl, can you tell me again what that was about? We were talking. I always forget that one. Do you remember that?
Little Air and Style.
There we go.
Happening on the 21st.
Okay.
Little Air and Style.
I knew I was on the right track, Kirsten.
Yes.
Big ski and snowboarding competition.
There we go. We have so many events. You want to talk about some of the things to how to prepare if you end up...
I don't want to.
That's fine.
You see people with chains. Some areas chains are required, the all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Basically, don't assume. Some areas are also cordoned off. Like sometimes you can't even go into Lee Canyon unless you can show that you actually have a ticket for skiing. If you've got that for the tubing, that kind of a thing, they won't even let you in there unless you can provide that you've actually purchased those ahead of time too. So what you want to do is check on the regulations before heading up to the mountain, because the worst is to not be prepared. So just do that, folks, and then you'll be on the safe side.
Pack your emergency kit.
Yes, of course. Always good to carry in the car along with water and blankets during this time of year. We've got the former Prince Andrew, now known simply as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, who has now been arrested, suspected of misconduct while in public office stemming from the Epstein files. Now, the accusations are that he shared confidential government information with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein when the then royal worked as a British trade envoy. Police carried out searches this week at 2 of his residences. If he were to eventually be charged with misconduct in public office, it carries a maximum possible life in prison sentence in Britain. King Charles said regarding this investigation into his brother that, quote, authorities have our full and wholehearted cooperation and that the law must take its course. Of course, King Charles stripped his brother of his royal title and his duties last year during that intense scrutiny over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and accusations made by that American woman that she was trafficked to engage in sexual conduct with him when she was underage. Now, he denied the allegation, but did reach a $16 million settlement with that woman. She sadly died by suicide last year, but her family reacting today to the news of his arrest, saying, quote, our hearts have been lifted at the news that no one is above the law, not even royalty. Ozzy.
Yeah, and the former prince has been denying these accusations of wrongdoing as well. All right, stay with us. We'll be talking about the search for Nancy Guthrie. And then also, too, we'll bring in Daryl to talk about the A's Stadium. There's a meeting today and the updates. Stay with us.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Okay, so This is a pretty cute story. By the way, I'm Ozzy Mora,
is.
Kirsten, Joyce.
Oh, yeah. We love wolf dogs, and this one's just a sweetheart.
So cute. So let me tell you, the Team USA gold here, by the way. So what happened is the wolf dog, the hockey team. What am I? Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to get.
You got this. The
No,
wolf
I do
dog
got this.
joined the race to cross the
There
finish
we
line at
go.
the Olympic event.
I have all these stories in my head that I want to talk about because the Team USA did win gold. So that's over. We'll get to that story soon. So the dog did not interrupt the game or anything like that. What happened is the handler was walking the wolf dog and then just wanted a surprise. By the way, if I was competing, I would be terrified at first because the wolf dogs are massive. They're big. But one of the players I was reading is that she wanted to go pet the wolf dog during the competition. Yes. So I guess the wolf dog here was the winner for cuteness, though.
Definitely. Those skiers were just like, let's finish up. They were fine. That dog was chasing the camera that goes back and forth along the finish line. So that's what it was chasing. But the skiers were not bothered at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Czechoslovakian wolf dog named Nazgul. I hope I'm pronouncing correct.
I know.
And then, yes, Ozzy, what you were mentioning also, just because everybody in the newsroom is going, it was a minor eruption when Team USA women's hockey defeated Canada in overtime for the gold medal. So the USA women are bringing home the gold. That was the other update from the Olympics today.
That's amazing. All right. We'll take some good news. All right. No new news, however, in Tucson. Investigators are currently looking, Ozzy, into genetic genealogy now, these options for DNA evidence in the search for Nancy Guthrie. This after a pair of gloves found about a mile or two from her home did not get any hits in CODIS, nor did separate DNA found outside Guthrie's front door. That doesn't match anyone in close contact with her. It has not produced a match in the CODIS database. So what they're doing is comparing DNA collected in a criminal investigation to the publicly accessible database of millions who have contributed genetic profiles in search of their history and family tree, right? Well, that's been a component of a number of recent cases. You guys recall Brian Koberger, right, who confessed to murdering those 4 students in Idaho. That was one of the links there. Now, this process can take up to half an hour, I was reading, or it can take years. So there's no exact process as far as how long this would take. And there are privacy concerns, as I'm sure you can imagine, around this method, because you're taking records that were intended for family research and listing them, using them as part of a criminal investigation. So real quick, I want to let you know that 23andMe, Ancestry DNA, and MyHeritage prohibit law enforcement from accessing this type of data unless there's a warrant or court order. But the experts were saying, listen, if the Guthrie family could just please reach out to these associations and put some more pressure on, maybe they'll get a little more help and assistance in furthering that along. But the experts were also saying likely not going to happen without that search warrant or court order, Ozzy.
Yeah, and a lot of people are asking, is this case going to go cold? That's the worry. And the sheriff's office just came back and they said, no, that's far from the case and the search will not stop. So we'll keep an eye on that story too. Let's bring it back here at home, the A's Stadium. So Major League Baseball spring training underway. Can you believe that already? The Athletics are actually going to stay in Sacramento right now as they train. And we're also here. We told you about the building of the stadium here in Las Vegas. A lot of money invested into this. And there is also a meeting today. I believe it happened already, Daryl, talking about the future of the stadium.
Yeah, no, one of the talking points at that meeting we previewed on Sports Wrap Daily yesterday, myself and Ron Futrell, so we'll see how it unfolds today. But they're talking specifically about seat licenses. You might have heard the acronym PSL, and basically it's kind of like season ticket holders, except you are claiming that seat for all of the events that take place at the venue. Remember, this new stadium ballpark will not be just for baseball. They'll have other events and concerts and things like that there. So that's a big talking point when you're getting this thing off the ground. We heard this for Allegiant Stadium when they came and went, and it's costly, but also it's one of the ways that they help start generating revenue and a presence in the Valley already before they even arrive. So that's just one of the planning points and they're getting to today as construction takes off. You're seeing some of the site from a tour last month, and it's progressed since then already.
It's moving fast. I think it's moving fast.
Yeah, 2028 expected to be open. That is the timeline.
Well, that's good. They're going to stick to that. They don't want any delays, that's for sure. We do want to let you know, of course, preseason games coming right up, as you guys were mentioning, March 7th and 8th at the Las Vegas ballpark. Regular season games there as well for the month of June. So it's right around the corner, guys.
Against
right
the
around
Angels,
the corner.
too, those preseason games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, against the Angels. A lot of Angels fans, so they'll probably be full.
I would think it would be full. Yeah,
Yeah, I will. All right, the total budget, I think, for this is $2 billion.
Yeah, it might be more.
More?
It could be.
Wow, these numbers are always changing. A lot of money into this. All right, guys, stay with us. We'll be talking about the Strat and also Rock and Roll Marathon.
Yeah, very busy on the Strip this weekend.
Very
We'll go over all the
busy.
stuff you need to know.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
A nice brisk day to get out and about. It's not too cold. You could still get your walk in.
What?
Yes,
It
I
was
took
like
the dogs.
34 degrees this morning.
I took the dogs. I bundled up in my winter woolies, and it was beautiful. And I don't listen to anything when I work out. I just take in the sights and sounds of what's around me. What about you, Ozzy?
I run into the gym.
Okay. And you listen to headphones?
No, I watch a movie. We were talking about during the 10. I watch a movie, and usually like a thriller or scary movie. I told you I'm into those horror movies.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And I just feel like the adrenaline. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get into it. But
That's
that's just
cool.
me, Daryl.
Daryl?
Yeah, I'm music more times than not,
Yeah.
but podcasts I listen to way more than music outside of that. So if I'm working out, it probably still just resume the pod from wherever I was, but I'll throw the music if something's got me. But
Yeah.
and we have a lot of music listeners that are still
54%.
taking part in our question of the day. So we appreciate you all for voting. We wanted to know what you listen to while working out, running, exercising. Kirsten, earlier I put white noise for John because he's a silence advocate. But
He also likes vanilla ice cream, so that goes right along with him.
Yes.
He's plain
it's
Jane.
It's not surprising for John.
But yes. there were some voters for nothing, though. And it was curious. We were just wanting to know, what are we into? What are we into during this exercise? So thank you all for voting.
Yeah. Thanks for being part of that.
You'll need your headphones this weekend.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so busy. If you thought things were a little more busy, Lunar New Year, Rock and Roll Marathon.
There's always
Scale
something
the
to do, though.
Tell them about the Rock and Roll Marathon, Ozzy.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. So it's coming to Las Vegas Strip. It's going to be busy. I know several of our reporters here have been part of this marathon. So it's a 2-day event. So it's Saturday and then Sunday. So it's a 5K, 10K, and then there's one more, Kirsten.
Oh, yeah. The 5K is Saturday evening, and then we've got the half marathon, all on Sunday.
And then the
right?
busiest
2 to 11.
one. So also too, it's going to be busy. So there's going to be closures along this way. So just keep that in mind if you're coming down the strip. The peak though, is going to be Sunday. So that's going to be between 2 and 11 p.m. when it's going to be the busiest. So the RTC though, Kirsten, is offering rides as well because it's going to shut down. It's going to be extremely busy.
But expect delays with that too. Just, if you're not running in this or taking part, if you're working, then you already know you'll have to have some delays and leave super early for work. And for all other things, just avoid the area, okay? That's smart to do.
So I know some people are wondering, okay, where are the closures? We actually have an interactive map for you. If you go to our website, then it's going to lead you to where the closures are going to happen and then also to the list of RTC, like if you want to hop on the bus or something like that. It's all on our website because I had to look through the map. It's massive.
Yes, yeah. So to get exacts, just go to our website. Yeah. And then, of course, we've got Scale the Strat, which we mentioned starting 7 a.m. This is the 17th year on Sunday. Benefits the American Lung Association. We cover this all the time. So many people from our newsroom also take part in this over the years. I looked up the top participants and how much they wanted to raise. The goal is $276,000 for the American Lung Association. The groups have raised $260,000, so that's quite impressive. Roger Jones, Robin Hager, and Joseph Pignatello are the 3 top participants now with raising money. The top teams: Blood, Sweat, and Beers, Team Blau, Team Sexton, Team CBRE, and the top companies: No Surprise, Fountain Blue, Kindred Healthcare, and Anglo Gold Ashanti. So that's pretty cool. Great job, everybody.
Wow. And okay, one other thing, I was also reading that some of these people finish between like 35 to 45 minutes. But if you train for this and you're like really into this, some people finish under 7 minutes. And that's like more than 1,400 steps to the top. 7 minutes. But hey, it's all for a great cause.
Yes, they're very in shape.
Yes,
Not I.
No, we can. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Please be safe out there. It's still cold, windy. We can expect that. The snow up in the mountains. And drive safe. Be mindful of everyone around you, too. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Ozzy Mora.
I'm Kirsten Joyce. We'll see you back here tomorrow and tonight on 8 News Now.
Yes, at 4. Bye.